Hello there, folks. Welcome to another Train Sim World 2 video. There's been a fairly major, somewhat decent patch for the route overall from the developers that was announced a few days ago. We'll take a look at that first and foremost right quick here. So it was announced here. Several things were updated. Something about fixing an air leak in, I believe, the long train scenario or tutorial thingy, dealy thingy. Some of the scenarios were corrected. I know one of the scenarios was broken. I think it was one of the ones with GP38-2. Removed Bethcon 2 from appearing in Scenario Planner as drivable. What the hell? Those were cool, okay? And then they're just going to remove them now. I don't understand why they even showed it off in the first place. I was looking forward to those. And the flat cars, which you don't see either. Something about improving the time of day scenery in the route introduction. Don't know what that means. Fixed an issue with rear pressure failing to display correctly on the Gevo Loco cab. Fixed an issue with overgrown grass covering the track near Johnstown. That was actually in a lot of different spots on the route where there'd just be huge patches of grass. Rescaled the Helter Skelter ride found in the don't know about that, don't care. Fixed the missing name of Chapter 3 Journey Mode. Adjust shipping container colors. This is the big one. And double stack trains to more accurately depict domestic cargo flows. And fixed non-functional level crossings at Crescent Arch and Altoona Brickyard. This is incorrect. That is wrong. That's total fake news. I'm probably going to get blacklisted for saying fake news on YouTube. But some of it's fictional. I don't know if they didn't implement it quite right. I believe the Crescent Arch does work. I'll show you that in a minute. And then we're going to get down here to the Altoona Brickyard, listening to this gorgeous sound mod, which we'll go over in just a moment. And this one does not work. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But the biggest takeaway here is 2 scenarios were fixed, right? And our containers, our double stacks, do not look like a bowl of freaking Lucky Charms anymore, which is nice. This is not an international corridor. Yes, international containers end up on these trains, but for the most part, this is domestic. Anywho. First and foremost, baby, right here. That's what we're talking about. Look at that. How much better does that look? Yes, they're not branded. You know, that's obvious. But it looks so much better. It just looks a lot more natural. Even if they're not branded, you know, it's just a lot less colorful, more domesticated looking, if you will. So that's the biggest thing about this patch, which I don't know if it's available. I got it on Steam. I've obviously got it installed here. I'm assuming it's available on the Epic Games Store and consoles as well. Don't take my absolute word for it, as with anything. But yeah, it should be available, and it's automatic update, all that good stuff. But the main dealie that we're here for, the man, the myth, the legend, goes by the name of Griggs. Who has made quite a few very nice American freight locomotive sound mods for Train Sim World, and makes them sound so much better, so much more prototypical and appropriate, and just all around more gooder, more better, more gooder. So we're going to run this thing up a little bit of the grade here and get to that crossing and show you that it is indeed not working, or at least try to watch it work this time all of a sudden. But this mod, as with all the mods you can find down below, I'll link it down below in the description, by Griggs, and it does seem to work with I believe the CTSL and the Beskett mods as well for the Gevo. And this is only for the Gevo. This does not cover the GP38-2. I don't know if Griggs is gonna get on the 38-2, but I honestly feel like it doesn't sound that bad to begin with. Nothing like this, how this thing sounded by default. But, oh crap. I went ahead and messed up. I think I was supposed to hit bank and com before I did anything. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. First things first, the horn. Exterior. They're much louder and clearer that is. The one that was initially on here by default sounded like 3 of the 5 chimes were muted. Listen to that, even at a distance. God bless it. Ah, it's turbo mode. Let's try that again. That sounds legit to me. I mean, these things are freaking loud. It's like one of the loudest horns on American trains ever, if I'm not mistaken, the K5LA. So they're pretty damn loud. The E-Bell should be the same as well, which honestly, they got the E-Bell. E-Bell. I'm getting into braking already. The E-Bell. They got that right. For the most part, sounds pretty good. Anyway, let's get this thing ready to go. We'll run down the line here a bit. See what's what. I haven't really listened to this thing aside from an idle. So we're going to do it to it. Hope I've got the game volume up loud enough. Go ahead and cut in our brakes. Save it. Exit. And we'll start off with the window closed. Going to go ahead and dump the air. It probably does not matter that I didn't set up the fake DPU banking thing right off the bat, because stack trains in this apparently have no weight at all, like none, compared to the other trains. So yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and give her a couple of notches. Independent brake 69%. Alright, we'll do 2. This is Rail Driver. Calibrated like crap on Train Sim World for some reason. It sounds a lot less muddy. It sounds a lot less just garbly. How the original sounds were. They were kind of weird. They sounded like if you threw a bunch of like pieces of wood in a in your clothes dryer, you know, like firewood. All right, here we go. So yeah, like I said, if you guys do have the mods that I believe I went over a week or so ago, that Beskett and CTSL did, I believe those do work, because I do have the U.S. rail freight or rail car sounds still in, and they are very much indeed working still. But I removed everything else just for the sake of seeing what this video is like with just Griggs' mod alone. And the horn is good. I like the horn. It's very girthy, super thick. It's like molasses in chunky peanut butter. So I don't know if the other horn mod will work. That was a really, really good horn too. The only thing about this horn, and it is the Unreal Engine and the audio within the Unreal Engine, it does this kind of weird thing at the end sometimes. If you don't hold it down a certain amount of time, it goes, huh. See, sometimes you can just quickly pop it and it won't do it, and then other times it'll do the huh. But it's not bad. I just like how damn loud it is. I mean, it's a K5LA. And there's virtually no loop. I sat here earlier and just held it down for like 20 seconds. Like I'm doing right now. Beautiful. Alright, so we're in notch 2. Let's go outside. And let me tell you, this damn thing's got some bass. See, you could still hear the flange squeal. I cannot remember who did the mods, and I think I mixed it up last time too, and I'm sorry if I did. But between CTSL and Beskut, both of the sound mods they did were really good. And this is one of those. So the flange squeal is still very much there, which is nice. Let's go ahead and bump it notch 3. And then we'll kind of run through with the windows closed, and then I'll drop it off, and we'll run back through with the windows open. And another really incredible thing about this pack is I believe you can actually hear the traction motors, because these things are notorious for having that kind of like haunting, you know, whir sound of the traction motors. And that was definitely something that was missing by default. So this is notch 3. We'll go outside. Some serious bass on this thing, man. Like, I think it kind of overpowers that that kind of tinny garble that the Gevo engines have, the prime movers. But they're there. You can hear them, especially at idle. You can definitely hear it. It's there. And you can hear the traction motors right now. I love it. I feel like whenever you see these, any of these that I've seen in real life, I feel like that's all you ever hear is the traction motors. I mean, they're rarely just, you know, grinding it notch 8. And the ones that I see anyway, Flatlander. So it's a bit hard to hear exterior, but we'll do a roll by in a minute and you'll definitely be able to hear it. Go to 5. You can hear that chug, that GE chug a little bit in the background there. But that prime mover right there, man, that's what this thing was missing by default. That is heavenly to hear. Go to 6. Listen to that sumbitch. Woo! 7. It's hard to tell if I actually got the other engines cut in or not, because like I said, there's no weight really to the intermodals. And then of course we'll do like a full speed run by rail fan mode. I want to get up here to the Brickyard. So the Brickyard is an old Altoona brickworks. I don't know if part of it's still here, and there's a crossing here. And so one of the things in the update, the devs said were updated. I don't know if there's a miscommunication between Skyhook and Dovetail or what happened, but it does not seem to be working. Now the one at the Crescent Arch, which is at the Crescent Yard, which I think is actually a Progress Rail Yard, that does work. It doesn't make any noise. Alright, so here's the Brickyard. Not down. Not down. No bueno. Alright, notch 8, baby. Alright, so we're going to do a run by here. Let's get trackside. Yes! And of course, like I said, the railcar noises still work as well. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so good. You can actually hear the traction motors. I mean, these things are very prominent. So let's go ahead and notch her down. And the thing is when you're moving, and the faster you go is when you're really going to hear them. So we'll slow down. You won't really hear much of it. And I'll actually just stop the train. Try and hear more of the that old GE chug-a-chug-chug. Crack the windows open. And the dough. Alright, and I am just actually going to drop it in neutral, and then we'll try and do like a load up here. So there's one. Two. You can hear that GE chug right in there, right before it amped up a little bit. Notch 2. 3. I'm going to try and do 3 using Rail Driver. There we go. 4. 5. So see, it's all just, it's all engine and exhaust right now because we're not moving, right? So there's no traction motor sound. 6. And if you have headphones on or really good speakers, you're welcome. And thank you, Griggs. Because the bass is ear hair titillating. 7. And the Ocho, which pretty much sounds the same, 6 through 8. And we'll just run it straight down to idle. That sounds pretty legit, man. That's making me grin a little bit. It's got that unique kind of, it's just the revolution sound of these things when they're running down. Oh, man. That's it. That's it, guys. So yeah, sound pack for the Norfolk Southern Gevo for Horseshoe Curve. Again, as usual, PC only. I'm sorry, PC only. PC only. Personal computer only. But that's it. That and just a little bit of the update for Horseshoe Curve, which I'll link down below. To both of which, of course, naturally, and big huge thanks to Griggs for doing this, making American freight engines and train sim world better one at a time. Good stuff. But that's it, guys. I'm gone. Just a quickie. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.